strangest things I've run into here in Mexico has been topes. This is my, I guess, pinion arm or whatever you would call it for my monoshock. So hit a speed bump too fast. The road has taken its toll on me. So the bike I just broke the pinion arm that holds my monoshock, so I hit a tope, which is a speed bump, going a little bit too fast, maybe around 50, and I'm carrying a lot of gear, so it snapped that pinion arm on me, and the back seat just dropped right onto the tire. So there's no rear suspension on my bike currently, and I'm just out in the middle of nowhere, basically a little place, a little kind of village called Arroyo Seco, and I happen to be lucky enough to break down in front of some people's house that are nice enough to let me camp in their front yard. So here's the road right behind me. This is the 200 that runs the full coastal line of most of Mexico, and yeah, I'm camping in someone's front yard tonight. So wow. This trip never ceases to amaze me. Well, here it is the next morning. I'm still sitting in my campground on the side of the road here. Waiting on whoever it is that's supposed to come help me. So thanks to Acapulco Ron for finding someone near Zihuatanejo to come out and give me a hand. I don't know if I'm going to be able to weld this thing or not. It's cast aluminum. I don't know how safe that is if we do weld it, if it'll even get me where I'm going or what, but I'll find out as the day goes on. I'm trying to get the other half off right now, but of course they didn't make it easy at all. You have to remove the muffler to get the piece out. It's crazy. Well, this is what I got. It's welded up. Let's hope it works. If not, I'm screwed. If I go about 20 miles an hour all the way to Acapulco, maybe I'll be. There they go. They're putting that son of a bitch back together. Wish me luck. I know I am. Oh man. If this breaks on the way, then I'm doubly screwed. Wish me luck. So what was supposed to be a 3-day journey ended up being a week-long journey where I had to travel through a war zone, and then my suspension on my motorcycle just busted in half, and some random guys on a motorcycle fixed it with bubblegum and Tic Tacs. So I finally make it to my desired destination here in Acapulco, well, near Acapulco in Bonfil, for the project that I've really been wanting to get down to. So I traveled from Las Vegas down to Acapulco so that I could get to work on this project that we've got going ahead of a conference in February coming up, where we'll be working on a gardening project for a local orphanage that helps out with their food. And today I'm here with some of the people that I'm working with to get this going. We're going to be doing some hydroponics, above water floating gardens. I guess they call it deep water gardening, traditional gardening, all kinds of things. And we're hoping that a lot of people will get involved in this. And let me talk to some of my partners. Okay, I'm here with Laura and Nona, who are helping us out with this project. And Laura, you work with a company that does deep water. Can you explain a little bit about your company and why you got, what piqued your interest in getting involved in this project?
So getting involved in this project is because of my personal interests, and the company saw that there was some hydroculture here, and then I thought, let's combine it and let's do a project for the orphanage, and let's bring the deep water culture knowledge too.
Right. So you came to this event 2 years ago, and then you got exposed to the orphanage, and you took an interest in it then. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about deep water culturing and what that means.
Deep water culture is the cultivation of crops only with water. So they get the nutrition and the oxygen all through the water, and the roots grow in the water, and it's the water gets also more circular. So it's also a more sustainable way of handling water in the
Yeah.
in this industry.
And you're able to grow lettuces, sprouts, and what types of vegetables are we able to grow on the deep water systems?
We think that the possibilities are endless because there's a lot that we don't know yet. We even heard that you can grow tomatoes on the water, and even heard you can grow wheat on the water. And for now, we do many research for leaves, baby leaves, spinach, radish, that kind of leafy greens and herbs, and that works quite well.
And so the company that you work with, even though this is your personal endeavor, is Meteor Systems. Meteor Systems.
Meteor
Okay.
Systems.
How would somebody find out about getting the products?
Yeah, we are a manufacturer, so we most of the time work with like dealers or like with greenhouse builders, or and they have the contact with the growers, and
Yeah.
we sometimes occasionally do direct business with growers, but most of the time it's
I'm really happy that your company decided to help us out with this, and that you were able to convince them that this was a good
Yeah,
project.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it was
I
your
asked,
your boss actually
yeah.
reached out to me, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, I don't know what this is, and
Yeah.
so I asked Brent to find out more about that.
yeah,
Let's tell Brent.
yeah.
That was Brent.
Almost done, almost done.
Brent is lining out. So this is the area in the secret garden where our event space is, and this is where we're going to be doing the deep water culture and vertical hydroponics, as well as traditional gardening, and trying to see what works. Or this is a education program as well as anything else. So Brent, what brought you here? And
God brought me here.
God brought you here.
Yeah, I was brought to Acapulco to rap, and I was brought to the home of the Marsh Children's Home by Danny to rap, and I was inspired after coming back multiple times to support the Marsh Children's Homes, the betterment of their diet and the independence of their home, so they don't have to rely on donations to feed 210 meals a day.
That's awesome. And what brought you into the hydroponics to begin with?
Well, when, talking about efficiency, growing a lot of food in a small amount of space, hydroponics is a solution. And, I've been growing food and medicine for many years, and so I saw a need, and I stepped up, and I'm learning as much as I can as well while we're applying what we know. I say we because Danny's helping, and these awesome people are helping, and other
They came all the way from the Netherlands to help us on this.
Yeah,
So.
seriously, and maybe more people will want to help. It takes a village to feed a village.
Right, and we're doing this in conjunction with the conference that we're working on in Acapulco in February, and the event space has actually given us this land because they believe in what we're doing, not only because of the food, but because of the orphanage. They work with the orphanage and have been helping them for quite some time. So our philosophies line up, and they've given us this space, and we're trying to make a cohesive relationship where they benefit and we benefit. What are we going to be offering to the people that come to the conference as far as learning and how they can contribute to this program?
Great question. I believe that you and I are doing a workshop. We're offering a workshop here at Jardín Secreto for Acapulco to teach everyone how to build the vertical hydroponic tower systems that we are building for this project, as well as ideally you guys can learn also about these deep water culture systems. Perhaps our friends here can help educate with that a little bit, but we're going to learn a lot about these systems too, so that we can not only educate you guys who come, but teach the kids how to use it, how to build it themselves, and be entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs and philanthropists, because we want them to learn not only how to help themselves, but how to help each other, how to help the family, and how to create abundance so that they can help others as well.
And we priced the workshop at what, 100?
I think it's $100.
Okay.
And that's a really awesome.
And the reason why we've done that at this price is because the money's actually going to the orphanage, and then we're not really harvesting money off of this project.
Yeah, Danny and I are not taking a penny. We are raising money to make this farm come true, and I'm grateful for everyone's support. Really, it's not the easiest work to build a farm, and it takes a lot of good support. And for this, it's we have 70 children right now that will benefit from eating the food here, from selling the abundance of food that we can grow in a good way to the community, so they can eat healthy food just like these kids, and then we can generate revenue for this orphanage. I mean, we're literally creating, it's called the Mars Children's Home Food Independence Program, because what's being sovereign without having independence and being and relying on other people to donate food to you so you can eat every day? That's not the easiest way to go about it, especially for 70 kids.
Right. And then I'm going to add a little bit more about this. Is back here in the background, you'll see the building that has the palapa roof on it. That's a Montessori school. We're also wanting to work with Jardín Secreto, who is hosting this Montessori school, to invite the students over to this area as a learning project. And part of what we want to accomplish as well with the kids is a learning project so that they can learn about this. And one of the hopes that we have is that we'll be able to reach out to colleges, whether it's here in Mexico, it could even be in the U.S., and see if there are agricultural projects where these kids could get scholarships or something along those lines, to actually give them an incentive to work on this. Otherwise, why would they care? There's got to be some sort of incentive to incentivize these kids to come over here and learn to operate this system and take part in it. And that's what we're hoping for.